My name is Kelsey Sterling. I'm 27. 9 years ago, when I was still Marissa Quinn and desperate to belong, I wrote in my diary, "People think silence in a house means peace. They're wrong. There's a silence that isn't calm at all. It's hollow. It rattles inside the walls and inside your ribs until you want to scream just to prove someone might hear. That's the silence I grew up in." Tonight, standing outside the heavy oak doors of the Sterling penthouse, that same hollow silence was screaming again. I wasn't here for a reunion. I had been summoned. My father's assistant called it a mandatory family restructuring meeting. The phrase tasted like cold steel. I smoothed my jacket, breathed the stale, over-air-conditioned air, and pushed the doors open. Nothing had changed. The penthouse still looked like a museum where touching anything was forbidden. My family waited in the living room like a tribunal. Richard, my father, sat enthroned in his high-backed leather chair. Catherine, my mother, perched on the edge of the sofa, spine straight as a blade. Olivia and Connor, my siblings, leaned against the window, scrolling phones with matching smirks of bored superiority. No one stood. No one smiled. Richard didn't bother with greetings. "Sit," he said. Then he got to the point. "Your lifestyle has become a liability to the Sterling brand." He spat the words travel vlogger like it was a venereal disease. Sterling Hotels stands for permanence, heritage, exclusivity. You have no fixed address. You're an embarrassment. He slid a thick stack of documents across the mahogany table. Disownment, revocation of trust access, removal from the will, legal severance to protect the integrity of the estate. Then he extended his manicured hand. "The black card." Now, I looked at the man who taught me that worth is measured by zip codes. And that's when I noticed it, the tiniest detail no one else would catch. The cuffs of his bespoke shirt were fraying. A single loose thread dangled beside his Patek Philippe. I glanced around. The fresh orchids were gone, replaced by silk fakes. The air conditioning was set 2 degrees warmer than usual. The pennies were being pinched. This wasn't about reputation. This was about money they no longer had. Old money dying is a special kind of pathetic. When the bank account shrinks, the ego inflates to compensate. They tighten their grip on the only power left, status. They were bleeding cash and cutting me loose to stay afloat a little longer. They thought I was the dead weight. I didn't argue. I reached into my bag, placed the black card on the table, sharp plastic click, and signed every page. I signed away the name they gave me. I signed away the last leash they had. I stood. Olivia and Connor smirked, already calculating their bigger slices of a pie that had turned to ash. I walked out. The silence behind me wasn't hollow anymore. It was the clean drop of a guillotine. 40 floors down, I stepped onto the curb. No taxi. A black sedan waited. "Airfield," I told the driver. In the back seat, I opened the secure app my family never knew existed. They saw Bali sunsets and laptop lifestyle captions. They never saw the code beneath. They never saw the contracts. They never saw the empire. I am the founder of Nomad Nest, a decentralized, proper tech hospitality network that turned their entire industry inside out while they polished brass on a sinking ship. We don't own buildings. We own access. We own the future. 20 minutes later, my jet mine, not chartered, was waiting. As we climbed, I reviewed the final term sheet. Series C closed. $400 million raised. Post-money valuation, $1.2 billion. Somewhere below, my father was probably sipping scotch he couldn't afford, congratulating himself on cutting costs. Over the next 14 months, I watched them drown in slow motion. Headlines. Missed earnings. Debt restructuring whispers. Connor totaled a leased Ferrari and got sued by the dealership. Olivia fired half the housekeeping staff for budget reasons and triggered a PR disaster. They still threw galas and borrowed jewels, still smiled for cameras, still pretended the throne was solid. Then the call came. Tuesday evening. Unknown number. Catherine. I let it ring 3 times. Hello, Catherine. No hello back. No apology. Your father's heart is failing. The stress. We need to discuss the estate. Saturday. Flagship Hotel. 7 sharp. Still giving orders from a sinking deck. I'll be there, I said and hung up. Saturday, I landed in my own jet. I walked through the lobby of the Sterling flagship. It smelled of dust and desperation. Worn carpet. Burnt-out bulbs in the chandelier. Tired staff. A dying animal trying to look proud. Private elevator to the owner's dining room. Richard looked like a ghost in a suit 2 sizes too big. Catherine's diamonds were real. The bank account behind them wasn't. Olivia and Connor nursed wine and nerves. Sit, Kelsey. I sat. I waited. Richard stared at his plate. We're in a difficult position. Liquidity issues. Catherine jumped in, voice shrill. We found a solution. A bridge loan. A partnership. She gestured to the empty chair beside me. Mr. Henderson is prepared to inject capital. He admires our lineage. He admires you. He's traditional. He wants a wife from a good family. Translation: they were selling me to save themselves. I laughed. Cold, low, unstoppable. Then I pulled out my tablet. Let's talk numbers. Sterling collection liabilities, $120 million. Debt service coverage below 0.6. 3 covenant breaches. Notes bundled and sold 6 months ago. Maturity in 30 days. Primary creditor, Apex Capital. Catherine went white. Everyone in the room knew Apex didn't rescue. They dismembered. We're negotiating with them, Richard started. No, I said softly. Apex doesn't negotiate. Apex takes the keys. I slid a blue-bound document across the table. The deed to the penthouse we were sitting in. Foreclosure exercise this morning. I asked the lawyers to let me deliver the news personally. Richard's hand shook so hard the silverware rattled. How do you have this? I leaned in. Because I am Apex Capital. I bought every note, every mortgage, every distressed penny for 32 cents on the dollar. Silence. The kind that sucks air from lungs. Richard rasped. We did it to protect the family. You did it to protect your delusion, I said, standing. You pushed me out. You thought the edge was punishment. The edge has the best view. I tapped the tablet again. I'm acquiring the entire Sterling collection, merging it into Nomad Nest. Every property gets rebranded, retrofitted, reborn as flexible, tech-enabled living hubs. The dusty velvet and the old rules? Gone. Connor found his voice. You can't erase our heritage. It's not heritage, Connor. It's my asset now. I slid a new contract forward. I'm offering you jobs. Olivia, Director of Customer Experience. You'll run the front desk. You'll smile at guests and fix their problems. Connor, Procurement. You'll learn what towels actually cost. Richard, Retired. Effective immediately. Vacate the penthouse by Friday. Catherine whimpered. You can't be serious. Sign, and you keep salaries, health insurance, and a shred of dignity. Refuse, and you're bankrupt by noon tomorrow. The pen sat in the center of the table like a loaded gun. Richard looked at his wife, his children, the walls he thought defined him. Then, with a trembling hand, he picked it up and signed. One by one, they all signed their surrender. I took the contract, slipped it into my bag, and walked out without another word. Outside, the city lights glittered like nothing had changed. My phone buzzed. Press release live. Rebranding announced. I hadn't burned their house down. I renovated it. And now they work for me. There's a special kind of justice in growing flowers in the same dirt that once tried to bury you. The best revenge isn't leaving them with nothing. It's making them clock into your vision every morning. I stepped into my apartment. Quiet, solid mine. For the first time, the silence wasn't hollow. It was peace. If you've ever had to build your own table because they wouldn't give you a seat at theirs, this one's for you. You're not just the guest of honor now. You're the architect.